All right, and welcome back to another Megatron Draws. And today we'll be kind of continuing the Teen Titans trend for even though I'm trying to get into Green Lantern, but we're going to start off with Wally West for our first draw stream of the year. So yeah, it'll be a fun one today. This is obviously him as the Kid Flash, not exactly as the Flash that we knew, because he basically took over for Flash when Barry was dead basically for a while, and he was basically Flash for a very, very long time, and that's why he was in the Justice League cartoon, and all that. And so yeah, so fun character. So and he had also a small appearance or a small role in the Teen Titans cartoon, which he actually brought back Michael Rosenbaum for the voice time. That was really cool. But yeah, so I think that's all needs to be said. Let's get started. And I'll just try to see if the camera's being weird. Hold on. Let me see if I can change the settings. Now, one thing I kind of did in the StreamYards in the back room is I actually removed a bunch of okay, 720. So I don't know why it's not focusing properly. Hey. Should be on. All right, let's leave it then. All right, so we'll start off the way we normally do. We'll start off with a YR000. Now, one thing I did in the back room was actually removed a bunch of clips, because I think that was what was really causing the delays or whatever, like in the StreamYard. So I decided let's just cut down just a few clips for now, because I had a whole bunch of clips, and I was like, wait, maybe that's why I had all these issues with StreamYards. It's like, so. All right, so we're starting off with YR000. It's kind of like a yellowish sort of red color. We'll do that for the skin tones on Wally. He's a very fair-skinned ginger. Just to leave a little bit of a highlight on we'll kind of go from dark to light. This way, that way, this kind of this side of his face kind of shines a bit more. My throat is just. I didn't get up until like 9 in the morning today, so I'm a little bit still kind of waking up, in that little phase of waking up, but get a better angle on them. Hold on. There we go. Give you a better angle. Just do up to the edges of the nose. Keep a little highlight there. Okay, and then now obviously this is Wally, so he should have a bit more youth to him, so we're not going to do too much to age him up, because we don't want to do that. I want him to be a nice, youthful looking hero. So very, very subtle sort of line works and stuff for him. And as for news for the channel, we might be able to do a Lego build stream pretty soon, because I've got all the all the parts on order for the Titans Tower now. Like all the parts, at least for the main part of the build. Obviously, I still need to get all the parts for the interiors, which cost me a lot more than I thought it would. I was like, what the hell? It's like, but I guess because I'm ordering a lot of like purples and magentas, so I think those are like rare sort of colors for Lego. That's why they're a bit more expensive. So I use a lot of like purple and magentas and pinks and stuff like that for Raven and Starfire's rooms and stuff. I'm just doing a very, very subtle sort of lip line with the colors here. And draw too much attention to it. You don't really want to do that for male characters as much as you do with female characters. As well as depending on the art style, you don't want to. There's like certain art styles kind of like depict men. Like it's kind of an interesting thing with men's. Like sometimes you don't want to emphasize lips as much. Because they're not really the most masculine trait of a man, you know. Although with female characters, you go all the way with the lips. It's kind of how we work. Okay. Just do some very subtle pull-outs here. But in terms of more recent use, there's kind of like been talk around the Twitters, anyways, about the potential for a season 6 for Teen Titans. Now, as someone who's been a really big fan of that show for the longest time, on the one hand, I do want to see a season 6. On the other hand, I don't. And on the hand that I do, it's like, yeah, obviously, I'm a fan of the show. I want to see the story continue. But at the same time, my logical half of my brain is just telling me, no, it's not going to work. And one of the main reasons why I don't think it'll be, I mean, it has a potential to be decent, but I don't think it's going to be nearly as good as it once was. And the reason why is because they had people like George Perez and Marv Wolfman. Like they were really instrumental in helping develop that show, and they were very much like very influential for like the writers and all that. And so, yeah. Hold on. Hey, Power, how's it going, man? Good to see you. But yeah, so there's a lot of hubbub about possibly bringing back Teen Titans. While I do want to see it, I also don't, because I don't want them to ruin it. That's my whole thing. So, like, I'd much rather something just remain dead than get brought back to be ruined. Because I just don't know if they have the talent really anymore to really create something that's really like, like just on par with what we had, from the old show, I could be wrong. Maybe they will knock it out of the park. I'm just being a little nihilistic here. Maybe don't really have a whole lot of hope for it. It might add a rosiness to him. Not too much, just a little bit. Just kind of add a little extra youth to him. Power, you might actually want to tune in. You might want to mark your calendar for next week, because I'll be doing Wonder Girl, Cassie Sandsmark, next weekend. So you better show up for that one. So I've been saving that one just for you. Yeah. I've been putting up a lot of the DC girls, haven't I? Just because I just got a massive inspiration to draw a bunch of DC characters like last year, like January, February. This is like, so I started drawing a bunch of them. It's just like, I haven't gotten around to half of them yet. At least I have a whole like backlog now of things I can draw on stream. So yeah, it's kind of. Oh, really? Yeah, nice. Happy birthday. When's your birthday? Try to emphasize the butt chin a little more. Be more realistic. I don't even know if he has a butt chin in the show. I think he does, but whatever. Give him a little bit of butt chin. Should be good enough. Grab some EO2, put some darker shades in. Not too much, because he's supposed to be very fair skinned. Yeah, finally getting around to her. Yeah. Somebody did that at Wonder Woman I did as well. Wonder Woman, Cersei, Huntress. Yeah, a lot of DC gals have been drawn. So I haven't really gotten around to this. I decided to take a massive detour and do some Teen Titans at the very end of the year, or midway through the year. So yeah, Stargirl as well. Stargirl. Nice, dude. Nice. All right. Should we have enough of that? Bring in EO1, just kind of add a bit more of a. Has kind of like a more of a rosiness to it a little bit. It's kind of like a pinkish almost that color. I'll do that for Wally. Just to help kind of give him a bit more youth. This is obviously supposed to be early years Wally as a Kid Flash, so he's not supposed to be as older when he eventually does become the Flash as we know him in the Justice League cartoon or in the comics. should be enough of that. And I think we'll just kind of bring this guy forward. I'm gonna be pretty much done here, almost, with the skin tones. So I might grab some warm grays, actually. That's what we'll do. Just add a bit more shading to them. Yeah. There we go. I think he has green eyes in the show, doesn't he? Hold on. Just trying to make sure I get him right. Yeah, he has green eyes. Cool. All right. Right. Yeah, so I'm not really too sure if I really am. Can't. It's hard for me to get really excited if they ever do announce the Teen Titans season 6. I'd like to see the story continue. I just don't know if I really trust. I just do not trust Warner Brothers at all. So unless they get someone like Jeff Johns, if Jeff Johns and maybe some other like really important people in the Teen Titans history to get on board on it, like maybe then I could probably get interested in the show, but to at least give it a chance. But like, I'm very much past the point of giving DC and Warner Brothers a chance at this point, you know. So as for what the story could be, well, what I guess I'm kind of, because I've kind of thought about this for a while now. Actually, what I would do if I was to be in charge of season 6. I guess you have my idea. So I think I would have, well, I think the way I'd have it started out, like the very first episode, I think I would have it be like take place like directly like after the Things Change episode. Like it'd be all like the first episode would just be about them taking care of the that weird like creature thing that they were fighting that could like morph into anything it touches and whatnot. Like I think that would be the very first episode I'd do, and then it would kind of be dealing with like and be about Beast Boy kind of dealing with the aftermath of what went down between him and Tara and whatnot in that episode. And I think that now for the origin of the animal itself, the creature, I guess it could go one of two ways. Either they just stop the monster entirely in this episode and they never see it again, or we kind of find out maybe it's like an alien that's been hiding on Earth because it's hiding from the Gordanians or something. Because one of the things I would have as the main storyline because obviously this season should be very much Starfire centered. It should be very much her part to grow. So the main villains for me, I would have as kind of like the final closing chapter of the series. It would be a big like alien invasion story. With a Blackfire maybe teaming up with the Gordanians and whatnot. Maybe we'll find out more about Wire, Starfire's brother, who was kind of, I think he was in the comics, if I'm not mistaken. So, but yeah, so like I'd say, but yeah, that would be probably the main bulk of this show would be the season. Obviously, be giving Starfire her own little arc. but also kind of like wrapping up Beast Boy and Tara's end of the story, like kind of him kind of closing that chapter of his life up, so to speak. Just a little indication of that. I don't want to do too much line work on his face, just because he's a younger lad. Yeah, so I think that's how that'd probably be the main bulk of the season. Is how I would go about it. Another thing I would kind of add is like I'd have it. Obviously, because obviously at the end of season 5, you saw that the Teen Titans were kind of growing in numbers. So one of the things another element of the show is I would have actually, and this would kind of play into the final arc with the whole invasion. Is like I would have like two, because the way I see the Titans evolving in that show is more like I don't see them all evolving as if you have multiple, where you have like a million different Titans in like the same tower. It's like no, the way I kind of saw that the way the show was, the direction that show was going is I see it more as they're going to establish like more Titans towers around the world. Like you wouldn't just have like, because obviously you have like Titans East, you had that one like little bunker, I think in Mexico, or somewhere. It was the place where Beast Boy was kind of holding up until near the end of the season when he was trying to team up together honorary Titans to stop the Brotherhood of Evil and stuff like that. So that's how I kind of see the Titans evolving. I see them evolving in that way, where it's like you have multiple different like teams around the world, like different with their own towers, their own cities to fight in. And that would kind of play into the final arc of having this big alien invasion, because maybe it could be like a global thing, and so you would need to have like all the different Titans around the world for that. But also introduce Donna Troy. I think that would make for a really good episode. But really cool to kind of introduce her. And, yeah. And also, I'd also have more like characters like Wally West showing up, and more from Titans East and stuff like that, like more. But also, I'd also like to see more. At the same time, I'd also want them to kind of focus on the original 5 of that team. Because one of the things I would want to take away is actually take away, because I would want to keep that sort of same sort of dynamic as well, like that original 5. I just really love that dynamic in those 3, so I wouldn't want to change that too much. That's also another reason why I want to kind of have these other towers and stuff like that, because it also be kind of cool to kind of explore different teams, because like you could have like, because they'd have like different dynamics between them, like kind of like what we saw with the Titans East a little bit, because they had very, very different characters, but they're also very, very different. And hey, Grumpy, good to see you. Barry for the win. Yeah, I like Barry too, but I think I'm a little bit biased because I grew up on the Justice League cartoon, so I'm kind of more of a Wally fan. But I mean, they kind of did mix up Wally and Barry a little bit though, like for that Flash anyway. So it's kind of like a mix between, because I think they had him like I can't remember if Wally was like a scientist or not in the comics. It's been a while. That was like he was like but in the cartoon they showed him being a forensic scientist in one episode. But good to see you, Grumpy. We're just talking about Teen Titans, and because apparently there's a lot of hubbub going on Twitter for a possible return to Teen Titans season 6, and I kind of talked about how I'm not really keen on it because I think that they'll just ruin it, and just kind of talk about my ideas for what I would do for the show, and so. So obviously it would be, it would very much be Starfire's season to kind of grow as a character, and obviously Robin too, because obviously they got together at the end of the Tokyo movie, so obviously kind of have to deal with that stuff as well, like showing how the change in dynamics of because of the team, because now it's like they're not just not just like friends and teammates anymore. Now they're how are they going to kind of balance out that the life of being a teammate while also being together and all that, and so obviously gonna be a lot of learning curves there, I think, between the two there. And another thing I actually kind of build up on and is the relationship between Beast Boy and Raven is one of the things I'd also would have would include as well in the season 6. Like not to the point where I don't, because I think that's one relationship you kind of have to build up a bit more. But I would start laying the foundation for a possible relationship between them in this season, and then maybe explore that a bit further in season 7 or something. That's how I would go about doing a Teen Titans thing. It's like that would be more like a subplot. So obviously, you want to make sure this one is, you want to make sure that, because you shouldn't make that the entire storyline, but it should be. Obviously, you don't want to take away from like Starfire storyline, but yeah. So like those are all kind of the ideas that came up. Obviously, expanding the Titans like with multiple Titans towers around the world. I think that makes the most sense because that's kind of like the direction they were going with, anyways. They did the same thing with Kyle Rayner in Justice League, in Superman the Animated Series. Yeah, they kind of mixed the Kyle Rayner and Hal Jordan's character a bit in that show. Because in that show, they had actually it was Abin Sur who gave his ring to Kyle Rayner instead of Hal Jordan in that show, which wasn't the case at all in the comics. In fact, it was Ganthet who chose Kyle Rayner to be the new Green Lantern. Like personally, because all the Lanterns were dead at that point, because Hal went a little crazy. But I think that's it for the skin tones. Actually, can we move on now? So keep my warm grays. I don't need my skin tones anymore. Okay. All right, so I need some yellows, or we'll do the hair first. And then we'll kind of move on to the suit last, because it's going to be the main bulk color of this one. I actually got a few new markers yesterday. Just show them up real quick. I got these brand new markers actually. I got some new purple and this one as well. And some new greens, because I kind of found I didn't really like some of the greens I was using for Beast Boy. So, almost specifically for Beast Boy, like these are the greens I got here. Felt like they looked good for like a kind of base color for the skin tones. And why is my camera not focusing properly? There we go. So I got G24, which is like Willow, and then a G82, which is a spring dim green. Yeah. I got this really dark shade of purple, actually BB29, because I found that I kind of needed more darker shades of purple when I was doing the, especially because I've been doing a lot of Raven and Starfire characters, so it's like it might be really good color to have for Raven's hair, especially for like just kind of doing these shadows and all that. So got a few new markers the other day. And I have actually been kind of binging, or not binging, but I've been hold on, let me see. I think it's got to be good base color for his hair. But yeah, I've been going through and kind of purging some markers, like ones that are just dying, because I have a few, mostly like when it comes to duplicates, because I have a few duplicate colors, and I'm leaving the ones that are still fully filled up, but the ones that are just like kind of on the brink of dying, I just threw them away, because like they're just taking up space, and I can eventually use them to kind of once I get rid of them, I can make room for new markers and stuff like that. So that's my kind of goal. So like my goal is to kind of drain out. For example, I have a BG15. I have 2 of those. So my goal for those ones is I'm just gonna drain one of them, and just like once it's fully drained, I'll just get rid of it entirely, because there's no use in having 2 markers, of the same color. Especially because I have refills for all of them mostly. But yeah. So we're just using a YR02 to kind of start off as a base coat for Wally's ginger hair. I might use some sedan. Hold on. Yeah, maybe some copper for like the shadows and stuff. All right. Leave no tool unused, exactly. Yeah, because I want to make sure I get all my, that way I can make room for new markers. So, yeah, new colors and whatnot. I do kind of need to expand my pinks and my yellows, especially. It's kind of fun. This one's kind of need a bit more. All right. And more variety of my yellows, especially my pinks. All right. Now start having some more harsher orange. The YR16. Yeah. All right. Right. As an E15. A more natural sort of shade to him. Take a little shadow of that little bump out of here. But yeah, in case you missed it, you probably, yeah, we'll be doing some more Lego building pretty soon, actually, because I just ordered all the parts for Titan's Tower. Well, aside from the rooms, because they're going to cost a little bit more extra money, because for some reason all the, I mean, it's because I know it's because of the parts, because I'm buying a lot of magentas and purples. I think they're like really like expensive. Rather, they're hard colors to actually make for Lego. That's why they've been more expensive. So I use a lot of pinks and purples for Raven and Starfire's rooms and those builds there. But the main bulk of the tower is actually on the way, so I can at least do that. Deal with the rooms later on. So yeah, all the parts are on the way, just kind of waiting at this point. So hopefully they get here by the end of the month. And actually, I'll be doing another. I'll be doing a dual build stream with not really a dual stream, but like I'll be teaming up with the Mrs. Deadman on her channel on the 21st, I think. That's when we kind of talked about it. Although things could change, but that's what we're kind of aiming for, is to do a stream there. Because I got my Jurassic Park set, the T-Rex skull, in the mail a couple days ago. So we'll be doing a little team up stream there pretty soon. So I've had to lock my little set away somewhere, so I'm not tempted to crack it open anytime soon. Because for me, I hate waiting. I hate waiting to open up packages or whatever. So, but for this case, I'll be patient. And now I'm just kind of adding a Y38, a little bit of yellow, just kind of add a bit more of a, just going to add more to the shine here on his hair. Right, bring in some copper. Let's do all the shadow work. Just trying to go over the line works with the copper here. Just going to do a little bit of shadow behind the goggles. I must say I'm not certain, because I thought the Speed Force was a 90s. This was a Flash, but was it really? I can't remember. It's been a while. I was never really I wasn't the biggest Flash fan. Not that I have anything against them. Just never really read those comics as much. I was more of a Green Lantern guy. Might have been Mark Waid who kind of came up with the idea of the Speed Force. Like, all these areas that would be in shadow. bit extra depth here. Then we'll probably go back over this with some more orange, just kind of bring back that vibrance just a bit more. Just a little bit. To read at least a little of I got expensive. Yeah, yeah. Right. Bring back some orange. What the hell is this? All right, getting there. Put back some more yellow. I think just kind of soften it up a bit, so to speak. Just a lighter shade. I think I'm gonna grab this guy again. All right, I think that does it for his hair. I think we're pretty much ready to go with that. It's on fire. Look at that. Okay, so leave that guy. See some yellow. Move all these oranges. We can buy this one. This will go by pretty quickly, actually. Yeah, we'll do the reds and greens last. We'll do the yellows first. Get the bulk of that done first. There. So with the lightning yellow, so it's Y18. For those wondering which markers I use. So you never know. That might help somebody. Start off with a very, very bright sort of yellow. Jumping to the skin and neck here. All right. Yeah, I think for the background, it's gonna do like a little lightning effect. That'll probably be about it. Keep it simple. I think he has yellow lightning whenever he runs too, so do that. That was cool though, and Young Justice when they had the whole like Flash family sort of episode where they had, I think they had Bart, they had Wally, they had Jay Garrick, they had Barry, you know, Barry and all that. That was a great episode. I haven't watched Young Justice in a while, at least the first two seasons. I'm not going to watch anything else after that because I just don't. Gosh, I tried watching season 3. I really did. I just couldn't get into it. I was just like, I was bored out of my mind. It's like they had all this like family drama shit, and it's like, what is this shit? You know, it's like you have a whole episode where all the females are just like group getting together for a freaking like girls' night or baby shower type thing. Whatever the fuck they were doing. It's like, these are not superheroes. Show them doing superhero stuff. It's like, hey, I was bored out of my mind like that show. All right. Well, bring in Y38 or 35. Didn't have much impact. I might bring in some oranges. We'll see. Just gonna add a bit more. It's dying on me, I think. Yeah. Okay, I need to pull in some orange. Just to help get some of the shading down properly. We'll start with the YR23. Must be a thing I don't like to understand through. So just the cutting of Beast Boy. Oh yeah. Yeah. Like as much as Barry. Same with Scott as much as Hal. Yeah. One of the few things I don't like to this day is when they skip origins to get to the version of printed. Yeah. right. Let's add just a little bit of orange, not too much. Just going to do it in small pockets here. Just going to add a bit more depth to the color of the yellows here, because I'm going to do that now with the Y38 or 35, whatever. It's dying on me. So. But I think it's make for a much more interesting look at the end of it. So maybe a happy accident after all. Okay. Hey, Deadman. Yo, son. Basketball got cut short. Oh, nice. Yeah. All right. I got the orange. I got to add some yellow on top of that. Just kind of blend it in. I'm using a Y08, which is what's it called? What's it fucking called? Acid yellow. Then you bring in some gold, actually. Just kind of dumb down the orange just a little bit. So that way the yellow will kind of stand out a bit more. Not just be like a harsh, bright yellow, because that can be very obnoxious to the eye. I don't want that with this guy. All right. Let's bring in some gold. Maybe some warm grays as well. I need to use that as well. Give me a refill. It's 128. Okay, don't want to overflow it. All right. Once we finish this up, we'll be moving on to warm grays, and hopefully that should be done with the yellow here pretty soon. Probably do a few more blends. Should make a pretty good time. It's only 12:30, 12:40 now. Which, man, doesn't feel like it going for that long, but yeah. All right. I'll move on to the warm grays. Yeah, pull out a 5 for this one. All right. To the mask. Okay. Now, bringing back some yellows. Black 38. Shit. Isn't it? This one too much. Use it too much. Hopefully, I'll be right for by the Iowa. Yeah. All right. Let's go back to the yellow. Y18. Don't lighter shade. That's what we need. Yeah, light. Very, very light shade. With the Y31. Let's kind of ease into the whites here. Okay. I think that'll do it for his costume. Let's grab a few more colors here now. Okay. There's Wally. Almost. Now, since I have my yellows here, I might start doing the lightning effects around him. So that's what we'll do. I'll start by grabbing a Y18, and then we'll just kind of start doing a little lightning. And when we come back to the final touches, we'll add like a little white like streak in the middle of all the lightning crackling. Make it pop out a bit more. Then we can kind of come back in and finish up the reds and the green on the eyes, some grays for the white areas. Simple. And all that good stuff. Nice and thick. That way, once I come back in, for the white areas. Man, might as well just do the whole background actually while I'm here, because all the stuff's not gonna take very long, like getting around to it. We'll just do that. I don't think I need to do anything more around here because it's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna pop out a bit more if we just have these two little crackles. So we'll stick with that. Pull out a Y11. It's kind of like a more of a limey sort of green or pale yellow, something like that. Just kind of put this around. Just gonna have a little bit of a glow almost. It's gonna help add to it. And then, I don't know, maybe I'll do like a red sort of sky behind them or something, or kind of a red background around it. We'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Maybe just do a classic sort of cloudy red sky type of thing. Kind of the same thing we did with the Green Goblin. It's kind of funny how that one video, that one stream, the Green Goblin one has been so instrumental in the way I color like backgrounds, especially when the way I kind of just like. So for that one, what I did for that one, I basically, hey, awesome one, how's it going? Grammy's the best flash. He's streaming the BAM. Then BAM's going, yeah. Valentine's Megatron in February. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Like Cupidron or something like that, you know. But back to the way I drew the goblin one was I actually took multiple like different browns, different coppers, different purples and stuff like that. I just kind of scribbled it into the sky, like kind of like a cloudy effect. And then on top of all that, just took one shade of red, just put it all over it, and it kind of made for a really nice sort of effect. So that's kind of what we're going to try and go for here as well. Yeah. Okay, well, I have the red here. Might as well do the symbol and the goggles. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll color up the reds on Wally, so that way we can determine whether or not we want to actually go forward with the red background or not. Not too sure it'll pop as much. If I go for like a darker red, maybe. Yeah. Might be the way we go. We'll see. All right. Let's grab the goggles. It'll look like a black for the, black and red, just for the interiors, just so it pops out a bit more. Or, no, these are Copic markers. So Copics, not a hoo-hoo. Hoo-hoo markers. Let's call them hoo-hoo markers. But yeah, I use Copics because I bought like a 72 pack once, and I was just like, can't really go back now. It's already halfway through, so. But my sister actually uses the hoo-hoo markers, so. But I've never actually tried them myself personally, so. All right. Grab some garnet. Get some shadows flowing here. Might need my contact at some point. Let's see. Yeah, so the only markers I really use are Copics. And well, I have Tombow brush pens, like ones, because I got them a while ago. They're water based, so I don't really mix them with this stuff much. Unless I absolutely need a color like specific that's small enough to kind of get in a tight spot or whatever. That because sometimes Copic markers are a little bit too thick, so to speak. Sometimes you need a smaller brush. But typically, I don't use that. So maybe we'll switch to Tombows for a stream one day, just for the. Well, actually, I kind of used them on the Dadman stream a couple days ago. Used them when I was drawing my coloring book because I had nothing else to draw that day. That was a long stream, so I was like, I'll just color my. I still have this like Batman Robin, not Batman Robin the movie, but it's like a Batman coloring book that I had for a very long time. Actually, still haven't finished all the pages, so was just like, oh, I'll just color the penguin and Batman and stuff. So give myself a little break, you know, because and yeah, actually using coloring books is actually really good practice as well for just basic coloring in general. Crimson. Okay, we'll go for the Boldy R05. Shit. All right. Go dark red. Just kind of get pop out of that more. Oh, chat just blew up on me. Yo, Lord Fortnite. I was just watching Phil Diaz speak to a 23-year-old. My Arist talk about. Oh, nice. Yeah. Might need to bring my black out, so to speak, just for the goggles interior. All right, give me some copper. Let's get some harsher shadows. And I'll bring the black and do the goggles, and that'll be it for on him, I think. I'll get started in the background. Okay. Let's quickly grab these guys. Do a little shape like that. Bring in, what's this, Cardinal? I think it is, yeah. You know what? I think a brown. Yeah, I'll have some brown in just a minute. All right. Should be it for the red on Wally for now, anyways. I'm still drawing super average at 23. Yeah. Well, all it takes is practice, man. Yeah. Just gotta be in it. You know, if your heart's not in it, then you're not gonna get far. Not gonna get far with it. You know. Like I've been drawing since I was, I don't remember when I started. So I've been drawing most of my life. Most of my life, been drawing. So your heart just needs to be in it. And if your heart's not in it, then you're not going to try as hard. You know, that's kind of the bottom line. Just add some brown, just kind of deepen some of these shadows a bit more. You know, the reason why a lot of younger artists kind of give up, or people are just trying to get into it, is just like it's because they don't really have the drive. You know, they don't really. I don't think they want it as nearly as much as they think they do. You know. Yeah, I remember seeing this or drawing actually on Instagram. I think I posted this before, but it was this image of a guy who was like drawing or whatever, and he's like, and then a little kid comes up, it's like, hey, why can't I get? I've been practicing so much, and this is like, I thought I was getting good. And this is like, well, how do I get good like you? It's like, and then older guys just like practice more, and then it's just like he's like, I did practice more. I mean, a lot more. And right behind him, you see like a massive like mountain of drawing and stuff like that behind us. Just like it's like you gotta be in it. You gotta be. Like, that's what it takes to be. That's what it takes. It's like no, it's like you need to always be working. You know, never stop. That's kind of what it comes down to. I should fill in these eyebrows. So they've been staring at me for a good while now. tighten up with a smaller pen. DG, is this you as a kid? No. It was on Twitter or on Instagram, or someone drew like a little kid asking an older guy, an adult, or I guess don't really know what the relationship was, I think, but it was just someone just asking someone else, oh, how do you get good at being an artist? And it was like, well, you practice. And he's like, I did practice, and he just had like a little, and then it was like a little cartoon like comic book strip thing. But you see him, but the little kid has like this little pile of drawings. Like, but I didn't practice anything. And he's like, no, practice a lot more. And the guy, the older guy, had like a massive like mountain full of drawings and stuff like that. It's like, that's what it takes. Like, it doesn't take, like, that's what it takes to be an artist. Like, it's like you have to really be in it, for the long. You got to play the long game. That's what it really takes to get to a level you want to be at, Okay, so I think we'll start with a darks. What's it called? Yeah, dark suntan or whatever the fuck it's called. I'm just gonna do this for the background. This is going to be done just to kind of create some extra depth. When I go ahead and throw in some reds. The sky background we're going for here. It's kind of meant to be just kind of a cloudy sort of effect. It's kind of doesn't have to be perfect here. It just needs to be enough to kind of add extra depth once we go in. This is kind of how I did the background or the sky for when I did the Green Goblin. When I was first starting out on this channel, it was gosh, it's been years now, almost. It feels like it's my 4th year doing this shit. Jesus. Jesus, feel old now. Oh, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. You have to be unrelenting. Yeah, gotta be unrelenting as an artist. It's like, that's not for nothing. So you stop doing stuff, then you stop working, then because I find this too. A lot of, if I take a break, like say if I haven't drawn for like a week or something like that, that will definitely affect my ability to draw. Like if I just come back to like say I stop drawing today, and then next weekend I'll probably have to. It'll definitely be a bit of not a learning curve, but it'll take me a while to get back on the horse, so to speak. Because that's what happens if you aren't constantly practicing. It's like any other life skill. If you don't practice at a sport or a game or it's like or an instrument or whatever, it's like if you're not practicing constantly, then you're never gonna get good, or never get good enough, or to the point where you're satisfied with your work, your talent, or whatever. You'll kind of find that your skill kind of dwindles if you're not constantly practicing. Doesn't mean you have to make like 100. Doesn't mean you have to draw like the Mona Lisa every week, but doing little things. Like one of the things I actually kind of do a lot of if I'm like at work or something like that is I actually draw like little eye sketches, like sketches of eyes when I'm on my break. Sometimes I don't really have a whole lot. It's not really a whole lot of inspiration to be found at work. So it's like I'm just like bored and just need to do something real quick. I'll pull my sketchbook and just like draw some little eyes because at least I'm practicing something. It's at least I'm keeping that momentum going still, like with my hand work and all that. Like so, never losing that. All right. No way. Gee, I like this. All right, let's do this guy. Kind of good in between red and orange type color here. Practice never ends for an artist. We just take breaks to sleep and eat. Yep. It's been a long drought, but I finished moving. Yeah. Finished moving stuff around, build. Yep. Yep. Obviously, understanding why some people can't really afford to become an artist. It's obviously it is a very expensive hobby or task. So obviously, art supplies are not cheap. And the cost does add up especially when you're doing like stuff like Copics or if you're using like really expensive like paints and stuff. It does add up. But one thing that I actually kind of stress about, I would kind of tell newer artists, or at least kind of an advice here is like don't start off with don't start off by trying to buy a bunch of like really expensive like don't start off like for example if you want to do like marker based like coloring, do not start with Copics because unless you know how alcohol based markers work, you're not gonna know. You don't want to like invest like because these things are freaking expensive, like $6 a pop, like almost like. And so you want to make sure, and if you don't know how to use these kinds of markers, then you're going to be miserable. Like it's going to be a miserable experience for you. So I would say just, start off with very, very cheap supplies, like because you don't want to like invest a whole bunch of money to do some supplies that you don't know how to use, don't know how they function and all that, and then just end up quitting and whatnot and giving up and all that because like I can't get it right. All that shit. It's like you want to make sure you kind of have to. It's kind of like a video game. You have to it's like kind of treat it like a video game. You start off with the weaker weapon. If you play like some sort of game where you level up your character or whatever. You got to start from ground zero and then kind of work your way up. That's kind of how I kind of recommend doing stuff. I'll pull up the yellows in a minute. Just kind of tidy up this area. Orange too, maybe. Or it could be incredibly expensive as a hobby, so one must learn eBay, such Mercari to find deals and supplies. Yep. That's how I got my Copics. I bought them off eBay from a Japanese store, I think. So I got them from Japan. That's where they came from. So yeah, I used to do like watercolor painting actually on the channel, but I just got tired of it. It was just messy, slow. The process was very, very slow for me. I like to move fast, so I was like, I want quicker results. So that's why I swapped to Copic markers and stuff. I haven't looked back. Well, I might try doing some painting. Well, I do like acrylic painting, kind of diagrams. Would not be opposed to bringing back the watercolors. Just I need to take a little. Might take a little while to get back into it though. I have thought about like actually kind of mixing Copic and watercolor, see how that works, but so not really get around to it. So busy, so much stuff. Yeah. So by adding a layer of yellow on the reds here, the crackling effect's more believable here. Nice. I hope to find such a deal. And yeah, I think it was like I can't remember how much it was. But yeah, I was able to find this. That's where I got the 72 pack out from eBay. I think I got the manga set, I think, as well. That's what it was called. The one with I got the Chow markers, the smaller ones. That's where I got them. the vast majority of my markers from that one purchase. Yeah. But yeah. I'll bring some orange just a minute. Help out here a bit more. Some more reds. I think we should be almost good to go. We gotta make sure he pops it a bit more. Some highlights. You know what? YR2 might be better. Okay. Now I'll bring the R29. This one's kind of dying on me. I need a refill. Come together. Yeah, almost done. Almost there. R29. Excuse me. Just a little bit on the tip. So to speak. Wow, did you? He's popping a bit more actually on the camera than actually is in real life. Or it looks like it anyways. I think it's looking pretty decent. I think after this, I'll put a little bit of orange around the edges, and then I think that'll be it for the background. We'll just kind of tidy up. It'll be the eyes, and then doing the touch-up stuff with the jelly rolls and the pashkas. Just kind of just go around his head. Hey, Jeremy. Good to see you. Almost there. All right, I need some more extra orange, just a little extra. Just kind of make it a more natural sort of glow. Just gonna go around the edges. More yellow, just kind of cap it off, so to speak. All right, and that's it for the background. It's really popping actually on the camera more so than it is actually in real life. Kind of funny. All right. Well, I think it's just the eyes now. Some greens. We'll use the newer shade we got yesterday. Start with this guy. Gotta test them out anyways. Just a little bit of a It's a coral sea, kind of a blue-green, just a little bit. Too much. Just add a bit of extra life to them. All right, should be a foot eye, and a little bit darker. Okay, there's our one of our favorite speedsters in DC Universe. Now it's time for the touch-ups. So we are done with our Copics. Oh, needed the gray on the symbol here. Let's grab this. Do it real quick. Just a little bit. Say a little bit. All right. Let's grab some Poscas. So yellow, orange, red, and maybe gold. Yeah, no, maybe gold. And that should be it, actually. Yeah, should be all we need. Jelly rolls. Dropped everything. Need my highlighter. I need to get a new one pretty soon, actually. Hey, Corey, good to see you. Nice to see you stop by. All right. Need you. Actually, I need my pencil crayon. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. Actually, I might need a few more. I need a grip. Yeah, an idea. Where's my Uni-ball? Oh, there you are. Yep. Okay. Start off with the lightning. Okay. So get more there. Let that dry. I'll get started on the outline of him. Yeah, this one's not so good. Look at you. What the hell's going on with you? I need to purge all my Uni-balls. I can't find ones that work for some reason. There we go. All right. Well, I've been good. Thank you. Yeah. Almost there. Almost there. All right. Just add some little crackles of electricity and these little. You just add the extra detail. So, red. Pop out a bit more. Oop, not focusing. There we are. Just add a little extra little ambers almost in the background. Just add a little bit extra detail. almost wanted to buy like a bunch of like those like really big pockets. Went to the art store the other day or yesterday. Copics were enough for me though. Like 4 at the time. Trying to save money for the Lego stuff as well as some other things. So going to be doing a lot of that on the channel pretty soon. Got some orange. And some yellow. And just adding a little extra streaks here and there. All right, I think we're almost done here. Just need to do my last layer of sort of inks, kind of tidy this up. Oop, sorry, it's looking a little sloppy. Hold on, another dry. Boy. She only had some extra pencil crayon work. Just around the edges here. All right. Over run time? No worries. Yeah. See ya, awesome one. Hope we have a good one. Was on the top cover. Oh, nice. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Just make sure it's focused properly. Well, stream seems to be running a bit better. Because one of the things I did on the back end was I actually got rid of a lot of clips. Because I had a whole fucking library of clips on my on my StreamYard. So I was thinking, well, maybe that's probably why I've been having a lot of these connection issues lately. So it's kind of limited like 4 or 5 now for time being. So I think it was like that was what was kind of messing with the stream quality. Just having so many fucking clips on here. It's like, hey, well. So hopefully I'll do a test. Maybe I'll try doing this as a time lapse video and see if the quality's improved. I haven't done one in a little while now because it's like I just don't really see the point of doing time lapse videos when the quality isn't all that great. It's kind of one of the things I want to kind of start focusing more on for this year is really having high quality sort of streams and stuff. Just have these like really faint little charges of energy just kind of going off to the distance. Last, we just got to finish up the inks, and we should be good to go. I might use my Tombow here. Hold on. Tombow for this. some nice thick lines here. Just make them pop out more. Leave the goggles. Grab my circle templates for that. Okay. Let's grab my circle. I'll do the goggles first. Oh, first we'll do this. Almost forgot. Grab the little ear things. Antennas. I don't know what to call them. All right. All right. So really quick. And this symbol. I think it's that one. Okay, I think we're almost done. Tie up a few things here and there. I'll call this one a wrap. Straighten out that eyebrow. It's a little crazy there. Just made the mouth pop out a bit more. Yeah, you were good to go there. All right. I think that's our boy Wally. Just need to get a pen to sign it. Let's see. Yeah. All right. Okay. Come on, bronze. Nah, not green. Maybe bronze. My gold at? Where's my gold at? But right here. You can probably see it. There we go. First piece for 2024. Well, first finished piece. I've obviously worked on a few things, but yeah, Wally's ready to run. So yeah, well, better sign. Better put a date on this one. Trying to do that more recently. Eventually, date might work. So do that real quick. Okay. Turn the back off. 6th. All right, and there's the flash, or kid flash, rather. Bring him up just a little bit there. There we go. There's our Wally. There he is. All right. Oh, and yeah, thanks for reminding me. I gotta remember to end the poll because I always forget that. Oh, where do you find the polls? Okay, they are. If you go onto YouTube, so you have to have the YouTube video or stream pulled up in order to view the uh, uh, or to view the black screen of death. No, just on the YouTube video itself. So if you go to the YouTube, if you play the stream, like if you have a separate tab for the YouTube stream, like roboting. Am I good now, or what's going on? Here, I'll try unmuting or something. All right, are we good now, or what's going on? Mrs. You're just in time for the finale. We're about to wrap this up pretty quickly. So, yeah, we got Wally. Wally's all done. So, if you open up the stream on YouTube tab, on either the computer or on your phone, there'll basically be like a prompt for you on the right next to the also since you start stream now. Yeah. So if you go, but if you find the comment tab like right next to that, that's where you'll find the ability to kind of throw in a little poll or a Q&A or whatever into the stream. So I hope that clears things up there. But yeah, hold on. Let's grab what I'll be doing for next week's stream. Plus signed by Thank you, Mrs. Gotta find her first. There she is. So we'll be doing Cassie on next weekend's stream. So be looking forward to that. Oh, we got a Batgirl in there. Might do that at some point. But yeah, that's gonna do it for Wally. And speaking of misses, well, nothing's set in stone right now, but we're trying to get a stream together planned for the 21st, for where we'll be doing a dual build stream. So I'll be building the Jurassic Park set, and she'll be building whatever she's building. So so yeah, so be sure to look for that. I might be popping on Dreaming Tabitha's channel at the end of this month, which I think would be should be a Thursday. Should be I'll be on the 25th, I think, because she has a group stream on every every last Thursday of every month. So except for last month because it was Christmas time, so she didn't do a stream there. But yeah, I might be going on her channel once again for that. So yeah, on that note, I think we'll just kind of call it a wrap there, folks. And one more thing, I haven't fully decided yet because I'm still waiting for the parts to come in, but I might be doing a Lego stream either at the end of this month or the start of next month. Sometime it'll be either this month or next month when I do the Lego build stream of the Titans Tower. Because I just ordered the last few parts that I need for it, so I'm just kind of waiting. So it's all up to Canada Post as to whether or not as to when I'm going to be streaming. So on that note, I will see you guys later. I'll try to I'll try to make this into a full-on time lapse. I haven't done this in a little while because I've just been having a lot of issues with the quality control on my streams. So I'm not too sure if it'll turn out as great as well as I want it to be. Because one thing I want to kind of stress is more better quality streams going into the new year. So it's what I'm trying to do when I get the new laptop, hopefully this year. And hopefully that will kind of improve things here. But on that note, I will see you guys later. And I do have a clip for you guys. So I have a few clips. I had to actually empty out my clips bin. My clips, I had way too many. I was kind of messing with the stream, I think. So, but I grabbed a few. So on that note, I will see you guys next weekend. And maybe sometime during the week, I might do a game stream if I feel like it. I probably won't because I have a lot of work to do this week. But on that note, I will see you guys later.
Are we doing this or what?
I told him you want to be alone.
We're supposed to be going over your big plan. We are still pulling the job, right? Or was the whole thing just a bluff?
Huh? I mean, right, the big plan. I'm all over the big plan. So let's go do that. What?
You gonna wash your hands?
No, 'cause I'm evil.
The Transformers will return after these messages.